Hello and welcome, Virgo, to your March 2023 general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. As always, you'll want to check out the other videos to see how the month plays out for you by looking up the videos for your rising and your moon signs. And of course, this is a general reading for the sign of Virgo, so keep in mind that not everything is going to resonate with everybody. That's okay. That's the way it's supposed to. Just take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. No big deal. All right, we're using the Mermaid Tarot this month in honor of Pisces, because March is mostly Pisces, some Aries in there too. And we are going to be doing 3 cards for past, present, and future. As always, I'd like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, and fabulousness. And I'd like to ask that the messages be clear and concise and for the highest good of everyone who sees this video. Awesome. Okay, let's have 3 cards for Virgo, please. Let's see what's going to happen in March for Virgo. What's the message? 1 more card, please. Okay. So, your first card, Virgo, is 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is actually a lovely energy. Sometimes people call this the hoarding card because they often show a person who's like holding on to his money. But 4s are stability, and Pentacles is corresponding with the element of earth, and it has to do with our resources. So in the 4, when we speak of the 4 of Pentacles, we're talking about having a solid foundation, solid resources for you, Virgo, in the month of March. Then we have 7 of Swords. Now, Swords is air element and corresponds to our mental processes, our thoughts, our communications. The 7 of Swords sometimes is called the Thief card, often shows someone who's carrying some swords off and they're kind of sneaking away, right? So it can be a situation where maybe there's some sneakiness going on, or someone's not being completely truthful with us. Often this card applies to ourselves. How are we not being truthful with ourselves? What are we deceiving ourselves about, or what is it that we don't want to look at, right? We don't want to really see the truth of it. Then you have the Devil card. Now the Devil card can speak to addictions of all shapes and sizes. Definitely speaks to being imbalanced. But the Devil is also the card of the material world. The Devil rules the material world, right? And so this is the card of artists and musicians as well, or anyone who's creating art of any kind. And it doesn't just have to be kind of art that's on the wall. I mean, cooking dinner for your family can be art and love. So the Devil is a card that reminds us, are there areas in which we are becoming imbalanced or obsessive? So you've got these together. We've got 4 of Pentacles, then we've got the 7 of Swords, then we've got the Devil. What this tells me is that in order to create a solid foundation, you're going to have to get really honest with yourself. Yeah. You're going to have to get really honest with yourself in all areas to make sure that you are balanced and you're not fooling yourself up. Oh yeah, I'm okay. And really, you're out of control. All right. 3 more cards, please, for Virgo. Okay, 2 more, please. All right. 1 more. Oh, I thought that came out. All right, then we have Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a swift knight. He is the swiftest knight in the tarot. Very able to cut through to the truth of the matter. Can sometimes be a little bit impetuous. Might, this energy is the brain goes so fast, right? Looking at the logic of things and maybe not quite so concerned with the feelings of the situation, but very, very clever and able to act on the facts. Then we have the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess is the feminine expression, ultimate feminine expression of the inner world, the things that are known inside of us corresponds to the moon and all of the water signs, and is also about that inner knowing and connection to a higher power. Then we have Ace of Cups. Now, Ace of Cups. Ooh, Ace of Cups is always exciting. Let's come along here. Ace of Cups often is called an offer of love. Typically, it shows a hand that has a cup in it. But it's Cups is the water element and is our emotions. So this is kind of interesting. So you've got Knight of Swords, High Priestess, Ace of Cups. So your inner knowing, you're moving towards that Ace of Cups, that love. I'm going to say self-love, because look, you've got the Devil and you've got the Ace of Cups together. How are you showing your self-love? How are you? Okay, so, and also your Seven of Swords, it has the High Priestess directly underneath it. So this is definitely an area where you're not wanting to see the truth of something. You know the truth of it inside of you, but you don't want to see it with your logical brain. Yeah, that's happening. Okay, so you got the Knight of Swords underneath the Four of Pentacles, which tells me that in order to lay a good foundation, you got to use your brain. You got to look at the facts. You got to see things as they really are. So if we're talking about, let's say, a financial situation, Virgo, then in your financial situation, you're really going to have to face up to the facts of the situation, look at it really, really clearly. You know what it is that you need to do in order to be more balanced with your finances. And that includes your job. If we're talking about relationships, which is also resources, in order to have a firm foundation, you've got to look at those relationships and ask yourself, are they benefiting me in all ways? You know inside of you what the truth of that is, and you can tell if you're fooling yourself about it, or if they're being sneaky or deceptive in some way, and that's not going to be the way for you to go. Then you're going to feel trapped, because the Devil is also about, we're trapped by our own things, right? We're trapped by our own, I don't want to say vices, but we're trapped by our own desires. That would be a better word. All right, so in order to not be trapped by your own desires and experience new love, you got to get real. All right. Ooh, and that one flipped out quick. Okay, 2 more, please. Okay, not everybody can come. Sorry. There we go. 1 more. Excellent. Okay, now let's see here. You have Judgment. The Judgment card is about rebirth. In the original card, it always shows where Gabriel is blowing the horn and the dead are rising and they are reborn. What's in the past is in the past, and they don't have to worry about it anymore. Sorry, in the past, I always think of Rafiki bonking him on the head. It's in the past. And so this is a time of newness, a time of leaving the past behind and moving forward as if you're a brand new person. Okay, then you have 3 of Swords. You know what? Leaving the past behind is not without sorrow. It is not without grief. Keep in mind, though, that the 3 of Swords, this isn't about heart grief. Swords is about our thoughts and our mental processes. So this is about you come to the understanding of what it is that you're leaving behind, and you feel sorrow for that, right? And then you have what? And then we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The knight that loves being in love. The knight that's all about romance and chivalry and all those wonderful things that we, romanticize about. So you've got Judgment, 3 of Swords, Knight of Cups. Nice progression there. Reborn. Okay, yes, feel the sorrow, and 3 of Swords is not about staying in the sorrow. It's only the 3. We're not staying there. We're moving on. And then Knight of Cups. So, very, very interesting. I'm going to say that you definitely know, Virgo, what it is that you have to do this month. But you're unwilling to face up to it because you know it's going to hurt. That's really what it is. However, you can't move forward until you acknowledge the dishonesty or the thing you're not willing to see. Feel that hurt, and that brings you forward into more love. You can't get more love if you're not willing to move forward. And then your energy, so your shadow card, which is the card at the bottom of the deck, that represents the energy underlying the whole reading, and your energy is 5 of Cups. This is the crying over spilt milk card. This is the card where, oh, they're moaning and groaning about these cups that are spilled and completely ignoring these cups that they still have. So the energy here is, as long as your focus is on what you lack, you can't move forward and you can't experience love in a more full way. That's some deep stuff, Virgo. Okay, you got some work to do. I'm not gonna lie. It's not gonna be easy, but it is gonna be rewarding. It definitely will be. All right, we're gonna do an oracle card from Oracle of the Mermaids this month. Let's see what your card is. Okie dokie. Honor the masculine. Respecting men and embracing the masculine divine. Let's see what the book has to say about that. See what jumps out at us. Let's see, that's number what? 10. The numbers are in white, almost in a white section. Very hard to see. All right. Just kind of skimming through. Hang on. For many of the men of this world, there is a sense of confusion, shame, and uncertainty about who they are meant to be. If they are masculine, powerful, dominant, and assertive, they run the risk of being seen and experienced as controlling and cruel. Many men feel that their sense of vulnerability and their emotional self has to be buried with an active self. A self who fixes, who knows what to do, who satisfies, and who makes sure all is well. The idea of masculinity has been corrupted and overtaken culturally, just as the concept of femininity has been hurt too. And let's see here. When this card comes to speak to you, if you are a man, it is time to understand, embrace, and truly honor the expression of your masculinity. Consider the possibility that your own masculinity has been constructed to protect you. Perhaps some aspects of what you have been taught have created sadness, shame, and may even have ensured you missed out on a full and authentic experience as a man. Men are sensitive. Men are sacred. I like that. Interesting. It is necessary for us all to reclaim the sacred aspects of masculinity, to recreate and encourage a healthy masculinity that is unique and encouraged, supported, and listened to. So true. And this is true regardless of whether you're a man or a woman, because we have aspects of both, no matter what gender that we are. All right, I like this for you. It's a very good reading for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. I hope that they get worth out of it as well. And of course, click on the notification bell to be notified when new videos come out. As always, thank you for being here with Mermaid Song Tarot, and many blessings.